There's a reason why snakes scare so many people. Research suggests that we have an innate fear of snakes as a survival mechanism, since many snakes are deadly and can kill a fully grown human with their venom. And on top of that, they look frightening and are depicted as cold, evil creatures. While many people's fear of snakes is usually enough to discourage them from getting close to one, you never know when you might come face to face with a snake. So, what do you do if you ever get bitten? Is it all over, or is there a chance to make it out alive? Welcome to another episode. Today, we're going to talk about how to survive a snake attack if you're ever unfortunate enough to get bitten. Let's get started. The first thing to remember is that luckily not all snakes are venomous. Out of over 3,000 species of snakes, only about 600 of them are venomous. And out of those 600 species of venomous snakes, only about 200 of them are considered to be able to kill or seriously injure a human. Okay, that's good news, right? Of course, but that doesn't mean that we should be unprepared, because life can be unpredictable, and it's better to be ready for a situation like this. Did you know there are two types of venom? The first, HEMOTOXIC venom, is found in vipers. It can destroy your tissue and is very painful. The second is NEUROTOXIC venom, found in cobras and coral snakes. This type of venom paralyzes your muscles and is less painful, but can cause you to stop breathing. Wow, I don't know which one between the two is worse. What do you think? If you do get bitten by a snake, the first thing you should do is seek medical attention, even if you aren't sure if the snake is venomous. We know only 20% of all snake species are venomous, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So let's go through the do's and don'ts of how to survive a snake bite. Step number 1, stay calm. If the snake is venomous, the last thing you want to do is have that venom move throughout your body faster. We totally understand that it could be scary and painful, but staying calm will prevent your blood from circulating the venom to other parts of your body quicker than you would like it to. So while you do need to get help as soon as possible, resist the urge of running, as that will make your heart pump faster, spreading the venom. Step number 2, get as much information about the snake as you can. This information is very important for the hospital staff to know. Different types of snakes have different types of antivenom, which is used to cure the venom in your bloodstream. The more details you can give to the doctors about the snake's colors, markings, shape of the head, or size, the better they'll be able to know which antivenom to give you. If it's possible to safely get a picture of the snake, that would be even better. Just make sure you are not putting yourself in any more danger. The main priority should be to get away from the snake, because if it already bit once, that means it either feels threatened or angry and could possibly bite again. Getting bitten by a snake twice in one day would definitely not be ideal. Step number 3, apply first aid to the bite. Once you are a safe distance away from the snake, sit down. Not moving around too much will help slow the spread of the venom. It's also important to keep the bitten body part below your heart if possible. Once you're sitting, call for help or ask someone to take you to the nearest hospital. If you're in a remote area and don't have cell reception, you'll have to make your way back to where your phone receives reception to call for help. Regardless of if you're waiting for help to arrive or need to make your way back on foot, there are some things you'll have to do first. Remove any accessories or clothing near the snake bite. The site of the bite will swell up and the area will need space when this happens. For example, if you are bitten on the hand, remove any rings, bracelets, or watches. If you are bitten near the foot, remove your shoe. If any of your clothing restricts the area that you are bitten, cut that part of the clothing or completely remove it if possible. You'll also want to wash the area off with warm water and soap and simply apply a bandage to cover the bite. Do not use a cold compress such as ice or a tourniquet. While it may seem logical to use a tourniquet to stop the venom from spreading, it will actually do more harm than good. A tourniquet will keep the venom concentrated in a single area of the body, destroying the cells in that area and making amputation more likely. Using ice should also be avoided, as it can constrict the blood vessels. That, along with the snake venom, can damage the tissue. So in the case of a snake bite, the simpler the better. If you are bitten while hiking and don't have access to soap, using water will be enough before covering it with a bandage and getting medical help. Some of you may be wondering about the old myth of sucking the venom out with your mouth, something that surely can taste good. But all jokes aside, this is just a myth and won't actually help the situation at all. It is impossible for the force of a human sucking on the wound to be strong enough to extract the venom. In fact, it could make the wound worse. Since the mouth has a lot of bacteria, we risk infecting the snake bite if we put our mouths up to it. There's also another reason why you shouldn't do this. The person attempting to suck the venom out also puts themselves at risk for venom entering their bloodstream. If there is any little cut or sore in the person's mouth, the venom can enter their body that way. That wouldn't be a cool story to tell at parties. Being envenomated without actually being bitten? Where's the action in that? After all is said and done, the only real cure to a venomous snake bite is the anti-venom. So following the advice above while getting to a hospital is the best course of action you can take. But there are also things you can do before even getting bitten to avoid this situation entirely. Have you ever heard the saying, "Prevention is the best medicine"? Doing everything you can to prevent a snake bite in the first place is the best course of action. If you do happen to be hiking in the wilderness, pay attention to where you are stepping. Try to avoid areas with heavy vegetation, as snakes could be hidden inside them. Bring a log walking stick to poke around at the ground, especially in areas where there is tall grass or lots of bushes. This will help scare away a snake before you walk right into it. You should also always be prepared with a basic first aid kit. Bring bandages or gauze, soap, bottles of water for both hydration and cleaning a potential injury, and a charged cell phone. If you actually see a snake, do not approach it or try to pick it up. It might be tempting because of their hypnotizing, shiny skin and markings, but it is best to admire them from afar. While snakes aren't outwardly aggressive, they will strike at you if they feel threatened for any reason. Imagine seeing the situation from a snake's perspective. A big, strange-looking creature stomping up to you and trying to touch you, picking you up and out of the habitat you're comfortable in. If you were the snake, you'd think you were being attacked and would probably bite too. Now you know exactly what to do if you ever get bitten by a snake. Do you think you'd be able to follow the advice from the video? Let us know why in the comments below. Don't forget to click the like button if you enjoyed the video and subscribe so you won't miss our newest videos. Thanks for watching.